Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's Sean from Seankbeauty, and this is Sean K's Beauty Bar, where we grab from the bar and discuss all things beauty. Hi, hello, a very warm welcome to you all. If you're new to my channel, hey. To all my subscribers who's been with me forever, I want to say, hey guys, I love you, I miss you. It's been only a few days, but I still miss you. And to anyone who has newly subscribed, a very heartfelt welcome to you. Thank you so much for trusting me, and that really does mean a lot. So here's a question coming from one of my awesome friends, Hara. Hara asked the question, hey girl, about Cerave. What are my thoughts on Cerave? Now, I know this is one that we hear about a ton on social media, and I wanted to take a deep dive into this. Again, I'm bringing science to this question. Now, my thoughts on Cerave as a whole, I'll give you at the end of this video, but we're gonna pull one of their key top products and talk about this. And the reason why I pulled this particular product is because I still get a lot of questions about a previous video that I did on eye creams. And I want to really take a deep dive into eye cream, because it seems like a lot of us are really concerned about our eye area. Now, the first thing I want to say to my subscribers, and this is from my heart to yours, you're beautiful. I want you to appreciate who you are and not stress yourself out about grabbing a ton of products. Again, I'm always saying, and I will always say to my friends, to my family, embrace the skin that you're in, right? And so that's it in a nutshell. Now, taking a deep dive into this, let's look at ingredients. Ingredient list. Are these key ingredients that they claim are the key ingredients true? Also, is it worth your money? And then my final thoughts on the brand as a whole. So in order to really treat an issue, let's look at the root of the issue. What is causing dark circles and puffiness? Because that is what this product claims to do. It is to minimize the appearance of, and that's what I love about Cerave, even in their description, minimizing the appearance of dark circles and puffiness. Because in the cosmetic industry, if you all don't know, cosmetics are what they are. They're there to enhance, but it is maintenance, right? It's not that it's going to alter something permanently. If it does, then the FDA has to approve it, and it will be considered a drug at that point. Cosmetics are not that. They don't need approval from the FDA before they are launched out into the public. What I am loving about consumers nowadays, though, we are becoming well-versed. Everybody's looking at labels, they're looking at ingredient lists, and they're becoming more educated on what's being placed in their products and in their foods. And kudos to you all. All right, so let's talk about what causes dark circles, and then we'll talk about what causes puffiness, and looking at the key ingredients in this ingredient list and really determining. But let's get into this video. All right, so some of the key things that causes dark circles, right, is anemia. It could be health related, hyperpigmentation, especially if you have a darker skin tone or a dark skin tone like me. Producing more melanin happens when we're exposed to the sun. So overexposure to the sun also can cause dark circles under the eye, fatty acid tissue reduction underneath the eye area that gets really thin also. Another thing that people are not talking about is the use of strong products under the eye area. That eats away the skin's barrier as well. That will make the skin really, really thin. So I don't know if you all have seen this. I had a cousin who used to use a lot of products on her skin, and it made her skin paper thin, that you can see the veins in her jawline. This is what happens when we start using really strong product. Now, the eye area is already a delicate area. So if you start using really strong products under the eye, guess what that product is doing? It is eating away that area of skin. So that eye area even becomes even more thin than what it was before. So that's something to bear in mind when you start, using really strong products. under your eye area. All right, now let's talk about puffiness, because that's another thing too. Oh, let me default back to, a lack of sleep. And that is so true. A lack of sleep can cause dark circles under the eye. I mentioned in my previous video, this guy was following a bunch of influencers hoping to grab all this product, which he did, and tried it, and nothing cured the dark circles and his skin condition, which was all he needed was sleep. So there you go. The next thing is when we are dehydrated. You want to keep drinking, lots and lots of hydrating drinks. For me, I drink 1 shot glass of espresso and I have to drink a ton of water, and I try to drink a lot of water. And inside my water, I put cilantro, and I know that sounds really weird. You put cilantro in your water? Absolutely. Put cilantro in my water. I would put fruits in my water and make my own fruit infused water. But I also sit down in my snack more times than not, which is more times, because now I'm back to being a vegetarian. I eat a big plate of veggies that I know that are hydrating and that are going to feed the microbiomes of the gut, so that it'll work with the microbiomes on my face to give me really great skin. And I know a lot of people are pushing products, but just remember, a lot of our seeing improvement with our skin is how we take care of ourselves health-wise. We want to be able to get enough sleep. We want to be able to eat the right foods. And the microbiomes thrive off of green foods. And I know that we all hear that a ton, but that is the key. And drinking a ton of water. And the benefit that comes from drinking water is infusing it with something that's antioxidant based, something that's beneficial, right? So like I said, I use cilantro in my water. I also use lemon, and I will make my own fruit infused water as well. I also put B12 in my water. That's just a thing for me. I do the wheatgrass shots. I do that a lot. And I also put collagen in my hot drinks. And I shared that in a previous video as well. So I do a lot of vitamins, especially with me being vegetarian. Again, you want to make sure that you're getting everything that you need. But I do see the benefits for my skin. So there you go. And exercise. I love exercising. I've gotten back into exercising a ton. And even if you do 7 minutes or 34 minutes, even a 15-minute walk with a loved one, just be on your phone or even have them there with you, that's going to help you as well. But I digress for a little bit. Let's go into puffiness. What is causing puffiness and how do I get rid of it? So here's some of the things that are related to puffiness. Salt. If you have a high salt intake, and I remember when I did back in the day, working as a scientist, I'll go in at 5 a.m., I'll get out at 9 p.m. What I would find myself doing is grabbing a lot of processed foods, and I would microwave them, and they have so much salt to preserve them that I would wake up sometimes and my fingers are completely swollen. The same thing happens with the eye. When you have a high salt intake, you're going to end up with swelling in areas. Sometimes you'll even see your entire face is more plumper than usual. I don't want to say fatter, but more plumper than usual. It means that your salt intake is just way too high. Another thing is allergies. You can just have an allergic reaction to something, whether it's too much pollen in the atmosphere. All of that would cause puffiness as well. Rubbing the eyes and itchiness also brings puffiness to the eyes. Sometimes it's hereditary. Doctors are finding it can be hereditary, which means that if it's hereditary, again, your cosmetics can only reduce the appearance of, and hopefully when it's one where it's hereditary, it will still be reduced in appearance, because when it's hereditary, it's almost like, well, how do I handle that then? Because that's genetic. The next thing could be, thyroid problems. It could be health issues that's causing you to have puffiness under the eyes as well. So these are just some of the key issues that happen when you have puffiness or when you have dark circles under the eye. Now let's get into reading of ingredient lists. Now, like in the food industry, they would have, I remember with Cheerios, they would say, reduces cholesterol or something like that. And you look on the back and you would look for the key ingredient that's actually doing that. And it'll sometimes be way to the bottom. And Cheerios, I'm just throwing that out as a general umbrella. Cereal, a general umbrella example, because I know that that was the one that I always would grab for anyway, because I really love Cheerios. But you would see claims on certain foods that would say the health benefit on the front, but then the key ingredient is way to the bottom, so that can't be the case. So the key with reading ingredient lists is to make sure that those first two lines have that key ingredient that is lending to that benefit. Okay, so we're looking at the key ingredients in this eye cream, and what it has is 3 ceramides as well as hyaluronic acid. Ceramides help to strengthen your skin's barrier and improve hydration, and the result is supposed to be a smoother and firmer skin. It also is known to reduce fine lines and wrinkles, and it's to not bring irritation to the skin. So more times than not, it does it without causing irritation. So that's why they would have put this in the eye cream. That means that all skin types can use it. Those who have sensitive skin can use it as well because of the ceramides that's in it. The hyaluronic acid, as we all know, that's becoming almost like retinoids, right? We keep hearing about hyaluronic acid because it holds up to 1,000 times its weight in water. But you know, maybe in another video, I'll take a deep dive on that becoming the next golden standard as well, and the truth behind hyaluronic acid. So let's go into the ingredient list. Okay, friends, so we have the first line of ingredients, water being the first ingredient, and nothing's wrong with that, right? We want something that has a lot of hydration. Niacinamide, we just talked about that, how it really restores the skin's barrier and strengthens it. So this is great that they have this as the second ingredient. Cetyl alcohol is naturally occurring. This is not one of those like dehydrating alcohols like your isopropyl or your ethanol. This is actually one that is derived from coconut oil. Okay, so this one is a fatty alcohol. And again, if you're allergic to coconut oil, this might be something you want to take into consideration. But cetyl alcohol is used to help soften the skin and to thicken and stabilize your cosmetic products. It's an emollient. And it is effective in smoothing and healing dry skin. So I see why they used this. Okay, so let's target caprylic, capric, and triglyceride together because they pretty much have the same benefits. They occur naturally. They are fatty acids. What is great about this is that it not only has antioxidant benefits to it, and we all talked about antioxidants, right? And how they deal with free radicals, but it also is one that helps moisture not to escape from the skin. So it has this skin softening benefit. So I do see why they would put this in here, and as to why you would start to see the minimal appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, because this product is an emollient. This ingredient is an emollient. Now let's move on to, and we're going to stop at glycerin because we hear about this one a ton, and that's why I wanted to stop here. Glycerin is one of those key ingredients that we'll see in your Neutrogena Hydro Boost, and you know, even in some baby products. This helps to moisturize the skin, prevent dryness, roughness, scaliness, itchy skin, and minor irritations. So again, I see why they put this in here. The one eye raiser for me with this ingredient list though is if you look at the very bottom, and I talked about hyaluronic acid and how you would see sodium hyaluronate as hyaluronic acid. It's at the very bottom of this list, and yet the key ingredients that they claim is beneficial in this product is hyaluronic acid, and it is the 3 ceramides. But I really believe, because hyaluronic acid is one of those ingredients that everybody can identify with and everybody is running to grab the next hyaluronic acid, is the reason why they really highlighted the hyaluronic acid, even though it's minimal in this product. So your real key benefits of having that moisture locked in is really coming from your niacinamide, your caprylic and capric and triglyceride. Those are what is really helping to lock in that moisture. The glycerin is coming in to prevent the dryness and the roughness under the skin and working along with the niacinamide. But the sodium hyaluronate, it's not a lot in there to really say that this is a product that has a considerable concentration of it, that it really is lending to the benefit of what you should get from hyaluronic acid. So I just wanted to stress that. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, this is the reason why we really need to start looking at ingredient lists, because what may be on the front of a product and saying this is giving you the benefit, like I mentioned with the Cheerios example, the ingredient that they're claiming to give you this huge benefit is at the bottom of the list. Now, it doesn't mean that this is a bad product. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus with this product. What I'm saying is their claims on the front end is the hyaluronic acid, and it shouldn't be there because it's too minimal in the amount that they have used to really put that as a key ingredient. But they've done that because everybody can identify with ceramides, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. Nobody really goes wow over glycerin or acetyl alcohol or, a triglyceride or capric or caprylic. So it's good marketing, yes, but there is good ingredients in this product. As you can tell, even in the first two lines where we stopped at glycerin, there is some good ingredients in this product. Overall, I do say Cerave is just top notch next to your olive oil in the drugstore that you can grab. Dermatologists have curated this line and I trust it. I believe in it. Is there some controversial ingredients in this that, Think Dirty says? Yes, but that's almost in every single product that we use, right? And it's not enough to really inflate that this is a bad product. However, I am giving you knowledge to know that looking at the front of a product and saying that, oh, these are the key ingredients, and then looking at the back on the label does help you to see that either what they're saying adds up or it does not. On Ulta, it actually gives it a 3.9 stars, but on like your Sephora or even when you go on Google, it's like 4.5 stars. And again, this is one that people talk about a lot. So hopefully, Hara, this is helpful to you and anybody who's looking for an eye cream. However, you all know, bottom line, I'm going to default back to esthetician, dermatologist, just to see. And if you don't want to do that, then patch test, then go into using this under the eye and start off with very minimal. They say a few dots under the eye, day and night. And that's it. Just remember, again, cosmetics are not miracles. They're not gonna alter things permanently. This is maintenance and you keeping up with it so that you can consistently see results. And I'm going to default back to health is first, what you're eating, and your lifestyle does play a key role in your skin and your health. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Ciao for now.